My nose running. Got my shades open. It's a whole skyline and the city's right in front of my face. Yeah. I'm in a zone this year, it's all fire. Nigga, check my attire. Your worst fears confirm your reign at the top expires this year. No application, I'm higher this year. This in dedication to that bitch to slash my nigga tires. Oh yeah, I knew about you. Bitch, I knew about you. Came up on a good nigga and he ain't have a clue about you. Try to tell the nigga. Don't trust that bitch as far as you can smell a nigga.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good?
On this road, the richest niggas bound to miss.
Yo, what's good? Hold on, I'm gonna go through chat right quick. Go through chat right quick. Give me a second. Let me make sure all this is straight. Let me make all this solid. All right, boom. What's good? What's good? Mizzy, Swishy, KP, Lewis, Albert, Philip, Swishy. Oh yeah, sent the message before. But what's good? I'm about to read back everything y'all was just saying though. I'm about to read back everything you saying. But first things first. First things first, I need to tell y'all what we about to start doing. We about to start locking in when it comes to these streams, when it comes to these breakdowns. But we got a lot of good shit going on today. We got a lot of good shit going on today. First things first, let me just pause the music. Let's just get straight to business, right? Let me peep what y'all said before, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's about to happen. Love the streams. Appreciate the support, by the way. All y'all that be showing love. Appreciate all y'all. He said we went up against 3 of the best teams in the state and lost. I airballed my first 3 really bad, but made one right after. Gave me confidence. That's why you got to keep fucking shooting. It doesn't matter if you brick the shot before. It doesn't matter if you brick the last 3 shots. Why is it going to change the next shot that you shoot? Because that one shot that you airballed, you got to really think about it like this. Like it's an outlier that you had in the workout. You know when you should have a workout, you could take a 500 shots, 1,000 shots. You may brick one. You got to think about that. You got to think that same way when it comes to the same shit in the game. You're like, oh, that's that one shot that I'll airball out of 1,000. So that's why you keep shooting. Let me see. Let me go down. I told you Porzingis was going to go crazy. Porzingis has been hooping. I didn't think he was going to hoop because of injury. I didn't think he was going to be hooping like that because of injury. What is the Discord section to jump higher? Let's talk about the Discord in a second. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Kyrie in his head too much? I don't think... he might be. I don't think it's quite that. I think he just needs to get his confidence by going to play home right quick. And we're about to literally start the breakdown in 5 minutes. And we're about to do something a little different that we haven't done before. Because I've come down to a conclusion about Kyrie's game and the way he's attacking that you have not seen thus far. And so I'm gonna present that to you in a couple minutes right after I tell you about what we about to start doing going forward. So if y'all in the Discord, by the way, also let me drop the Discord link. So what I was saying in the Discord earlier, what I'm about to start doing is all y'all ask questions throughout the day, right? Y'all ask them and I respond, except for like this past week and I was thinking, right? So y'all be asking a whole bunch of questions in the Discord. I respond to them as much as I can, but I'm like, me answering and responding to those questions does help y'all, but it does not help y'all as much as it should be able to. And that shit turned off. Hold on, give me 1 second. There we go. But yeah, like I was saying, y'all be asking a bunch of questions in the Discord, and it's like I be responding to and I be trying to help y'all as much as I can, but I know I can help y'all more. How? By giving y'all a process, by giving y'all an action plan, by giving y'all steps so that y'all could be able to literally say, I have a problem with this, I see this, and now I do this, and now I fix this. How do I do that? I'm about to open up a community on school. I'm about to open up a school community mainly because it's the way you're able to categorize everything on there 10 times better. I'm gonna have a section for shooting, section for dribbling, section for defense, section for finishing. I don't know if I said that. Section for vertical jump, section for weightlifting, section for making reads, section for pick and rolls, handoffs, isolations. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of sections within there because I was talking to somebody that does use it, and they're like, that shit is 10 times better than all those other platforms that you could use. So I'm about to make an account on there, and that's where you're going to see everything that y'all have questions on. Like literally you're going to see videos directly saying how to form shoot, form shooting part 1, form shooting part 2, form shooting workout part 3, workout part 4. Then you're going to see how to layer all these. Any question that y'all might have, I'm making a video on it. I may make a workout on it, and I'm going to put it on there. And once I got that done, I'm going to send it to the Discord. So make sure y'all join the Discord, and I'm going to let y'all know when exactly that's going to be up. Because the second that is up, I'm making a whole bunch of videos, probably like damn near a video every other day. So that's what I'm going to start doing now, because I need to give y'all a process of implementation that's going to be a lot easier for y'all to use. It's going to be way easier. It's going to be 10 times easier. So, and by the way, these streams, I'm about to get straight into the breakdown within the next 3 minutes. So, yeah, y'all about to see that as well. I'm not going to waste no time. We're just going to get busy straight to the breakdown, because I need to put that other time I have into making videos for the school community. Custom Nike hoodie, by the way. Yeah, this is an OG hoodie. OG hoodie. It made it shit like, this is like 2 years ago, with the old logo and everything. Little custom. What BWall channel do you usually watch? Not much. I guess Mind the Game, Gil's Arena maybe, but that's practically it. I don't really be watching crazy YouTube because I got my own shit to focus on. It'll be imposter to answer all of them. Exactly. Which is why I'll just rather make one video where if y'all ask the same question 10 times, I'll rather make one video where all y'all can just go watch that one video and boom, it'll be done like that. I don't got to respond to it no more. I don't got to respond to what do I do when I do this to my shot, when I do that to my shot, or when I do when I want to work on this skill or want to build this type of workout. Just watch this video. Watch this video and boom, you got it. Straight like that. And mind you, the videos are going to continuously stack up. So I'm about to start streaming this early every single day, P, by the way. I'm about to start streaming this early every day. But Luca's always going to do Luca. It just boils down to everybody else. Gil's Arena is mad. I watch it not crazy because there is a lot of commotion. It's just like, sometimes it's going to be too much. But for certain topics, I'll watch it because their takes are interesting because they all are practically former hoopers. How you doing after the fast? I've been straight. I've been good. A lot of realizations, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of understanding. But just long story short, we locked in. Should we pull out? Should I transfer that energy going down to up? And wait, should I transfer that energy going down to up? And do I need to fade/lean to make my shot flow? You don't need to. It just depends on time and place. But like I told y'all before, we're going to get straight into this breakdown. I ain't going to waste no more time, all right? Look, let's talk about Kyrie, right? Let's talk about Kyrie. First things first, let's talk about Kyrie. So I watched the game last night. I watched the game this morning. And so it allowed me more time to be able to see, all right, what the fuck is Kyrie doing wrong? What is Kyrie doing bad, right? And so I took a look. First game, watched it through. Okay, boom, seen it. Watched it through a second time. All right. But then I pulled the clips the second time I watched it through. And I was able to see all his touches in a row, like consecutively. And I was like, oh, shit, he's not playing how he should play against the Boston Celtics. And now even going into the series, we knew Boston. They got Derek White, Drew Holiday, Tatum, Brown, Horford who could even switch. And now just looking at those other four, that's great defenders. You got two All-NBA defenders. And then you have Tatum and Brown who are also around that caliber of a defender, right? And so now you have four dudes who are elite defenders on the perimeter. And you have Luca, who is 6'8", 6'9", but 240 and plays at his own pace and big, so he could just get to where he wants on any four of those dudes. Not as much Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's his toughest match, but practically all of them he can get a bucket on. But then Kyrie, on the other hand, that's a different story. Kyrie is a different story. He's 6'1", 3 3/4, as he stated before, flat foot, in shoes, maybe 6'3", right? Doesn't have a crazy wingspan, but he has the skill. He just doesn't have the talent. He doesn't have the physicals. He doesn't have the height. He doesn't have crazy length. He doesn't have athleticism. He has skill. But the thing when it comes down to those defenders, it's not just that defender he has to go against. He's going against the entire team, right? He's going against the entire team. How do I find my spots? What is this person doing? What is that person doing? And so now when it comes down to him going against these players who are 6'8", 6'7", 6'5", or 6'3", and then even the person who is 6'3" and Drew Holiday, one of the best defenders in the league, how the fuck you score on that? And on top of the fact, you're going against Boston, the team that you left and all that shit that was going on when you left there, right? You have all that shit also thrown into the mix. So the way Kyrie has performed, there's been some highlights that I don't think that have been uncovered, but then there's been a good bit of lowlights because you see the field goals and you see the points. It's not as much as we know Kyrie should do. And so I came down to the conclusion. Kyrie Irving, if he wants to be able to score against the Boston Celtics, he's got to shift the way he attacks the Boston Celtics, who have all this length, and Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Chris Stapps in that back line, Al Horford in that back line. He has to stop using his Kyrie attack, and he has to shift that more to an Allen Iverson style of an attack. And I'm going to show y'all examples if y'all haven't really watched AI. We're just going to watch AI highlights for a second, right? But the reason I say that is because when you go against a Tatum, when you go against a Brown, when you go against a Holiday, Derek White, when you decide to hit 2, 3, 4 moves, right, after your first one don't work, what's usually going to happen? They have the length, they have the size, the speed, the reaction to be able to get right back in front of that move, and you're right back to where you started, or even worse, because now you don't know where to go. And so you're going to see how Kyrie got stuck after his first move. But when he decided to commit to his first move, when he decided to use his first move at the right time, is when he was able to get his buckets. But before we even see his buckets, let's watch some AI buckets. Let's watch some AI buckets, all right? Let's just go. I ain't pulled no clips. This is fresh off of YouTube. We just gonna watch some AI right quick, so y'all know how AI attacks. And this is the reason why AI was able to get 30 shots up in the game, 35, in a game that was slower, where there was more defense and it was harder to score. Let's just watch some AI. This is from 2001. Let me see what y'all saying, by the way. Will the school community be paid to join? Yeah, it's gonna be $10. It's gonna be $10, cheaper than the Patreon was, but you're gonna get more bang for your buck. Plus paying Pritchard Pritchard is like he has good minutes. Let me say that he has good minutes. 12 points in game 1. Yeah, that's atrocious. 12 in game 1 is atrocious. Best player on the best player on the Celtics is crazy. But you know what I do want to say about the game right quick before you get to AI? That Pritchard 3 at the end of the third, that Derek White shot that he hoisted up at the around 7-8 minutes in the fourth. And then also that turnover that PJ Washington had at half court. Those 3 plays, you're going to be like, fuck. And then on top of those 3 plays, right? You lost by 7. Dallas was what? 10 for 19. They missed 9 free throws in the game. They shot 66%. If you make 4 to 5 more of those, not saying you got to be perfect, make 4 to 5 more so you get around 78, 80%, right? 82%-ish. Good team shooting percentage. If you make those, you stop those bad plays, you finish the quarters out, it's a different game. So I'm saying it's a different game. And they lost by 7, and Kyrie still hasn't performed at the level we know he should. Come on, man. They're in a good spot. If I'm them, I ain't tweaking. I'm not tweaking as much as other people would tweak. But let's just watch some AI though, because I don't know if a lot of y'all really watched AI's game. I don't know if y'all watched AI's game for real. And AI is somebody for my own game, the way I play, I try to pattern the way Kyrie attacks with the way AI attacks as a guard. Just because the height and the movement, it's like AI gets straight to his shit, but then Kyrie has a couple of counters. So
and Iverson pushing it down.
But let's watch some AI though. I just want you to, before you even watch this, first things first, this is the last time I'm gonna pause it for real, but I want you to notice one thing: how simple Allen Iverson's attacks are. How many moves he uses before he goes into his attack. I just want you to watch. Just want you to watch. Transition, easy lays there. Easy lays. Triple threat shot. Bucket from 3. Basic shit going on. Jab, 2 dribbles, stop, fade, bucket. I just want you to notice how little dribble moves he takes. And I'm just going to let this shit play out, and I'm just going to mention this shit as it goes along. And then I'm going to show you how Kyrie was getting his buckets against the Celtics. This shit is so basic. Rip through left, stop, float before he gets to the big bucket. I haven't even seen this before. Actually, I've seen this once. I watched this on my free time. Late quarter, of course you got to get that shit up quick. That's a tough bucket. That's a tough bucket. Off one, stupid tough bucket. Lucky ain't hit that shit right there too. Pick up, shot. Mind you, this dude about 6'1". Iverson cut bucket shot. Like, this is so simple. This shit is so simple. And the reason he always got this shit is because people knew he was on GOAT and he was gonna want to also get to the rim. And he wasn't gonna play with you. He wasn't gonna play. He was gonna get his shit off, and he didn't care where you was. He didn't really care where you was. Trigger step, 2 dribble, fade across the middle over a big 7 foot. Come on, basic. Fade, boom, reverse pivot out to out to the midi. That's a bucket. 2 jabs, shot over the top, bucket. I barely see no dribble moves. Inverted drag on the stop, pull. Come on, this shit is so simple, man. This shit is just beautiful to watch because you rarely see this type of stuff these days. You rarely see this type of stuff these days. I just want y'all to get accustomed to AI's feel in this movement. All purposeful, all purposeful, all purposeful. Ball screen at the left wing, right? Ball screen left wing, you blow it up. I stop. 1 dribble, step back to the left side, bucket. Only use dribble moves if I need them. Walk them down right hand leg. This shit is so simple. Couple of crosses, hit you with that bucket. Now you've seen all those buckets happen, right? You've seen all those basic ass attacks, right? No dribble moves, 2 dribbles, stop, boom, float, get straight to my spots. Then you finally seen a move that in the overtime of this game, I believe it is now, he used a move as to which is like the highlights that we always tend to see, right? That you get one of these crosses, hezzy, drop, bring it back, shot. You get one of those tough buckets out of all those other ones he's had that they've only showed, right? Because if they even show it, he probably got it from the free throw line, or it was just so basic and simplistic that they didn't even want to put it in, right? So understand, his game is not a fancy game at all. It may be 1 or 2 plays out of all his 40 pieces that's like, yo, that's tough. Where he did use a couple actual combo of moves. Pump fake that. 2 dribbles. Get to a stop. Bucket. I may just skip to a random game just to show y'all that this is not no fluke. Right jab, pull up to the left side, bucket. Rip through, snatch, inverted drag. He uses that shit all the time, by the way. That little inverted drag, he rips through. With that left, don't matter, because you get that full stride, you get that full lunge, and you're able to bring that shit right back. He uses that shit all the time. It's a great deception to his drive, because his speed and quickness, once he already gets you going, if he just takes that lunge and sees, oh shit, you broke your base already, pull that right back, shot. That basic. That basic. Transition, of course, you got to keep it simple. No need to be flashy in transition. Ain't no need. 2 dribbles left, step back. That's tough. That's tough. It's the height. It's the height that he put on the ball that makes it tough. Not the move necessarily. The touch. The touch. Notice. Hand right there. That's a moon ball bucket. Moon ball bucket. Just a couple of jabs, get myself left. Mind you, playing in transition, really be your best friend if you quit. Really be your best friend. A lot of these, you just see him coming across in transition. That's like the 3rd bucket. Transition, just get it down quick before the big gets set at the rim. Something else Kyrie could even take note of, right? We get our stops. If we get our stops, they not hitting all them goddamn threes. We got to take the ball out. Or even if we do take the ball out, they still got to get to the other side. Bring that shit down quick. Let me use less dribble moves. We're going to get to that in a second. We're going to watch this for a cool about 5-10 minutes or so. And we're going to watch some Kyrie. Then we're going to get to Kyrie the other night. Jab, shot, recognition of movement, little things. Boom, drop back. So basic. 2 dribbles at the rim, straight to where he wants to get. Empty corner. Hit in the face, 5 on the clock. Let's see how basic he keeps it. Oh my gosh, hezzy pull. Hezzy pull. No tween, no cross tween, no back tween, no hezzy, in and out tween, hezzy, shot. Just a hezzy pull, man. Ah, man. I know you also got 5 on the clock, so that's also what enticed that move, or what caused that move and made him want to use it. But out the right hand as well, as a righty, not a lot of people got that. Not a lot of people got that right hezzy pull. Not a lot of people got it. But you need it though, because they're gonna take away that left eventually, and he'll smile on that. That's crazy.
2 minutes to play. Iverson with Marley on him.
It's just so basic.
Iverson
It's so basic.
to amaze.
It's just so basic, bro.
Iverson may drive on him.
Hezzy pull. I be trying to tell y'all, the triple threat shot be there right for the taking every single time. You see AI at 6'1", 6'1", and I know he gets a little more of a gap at times because his speed and his ability to get to the rim. But regardless of that, he's going against players who probably 6'6", 6'7" at times, and he's still triple threat pulling these. No dribble moves necessary, bucket required. It's just every single time.
Outflow them getting down into their offense.
Iverson cut, catch, shot. I want to see some. He's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling. He's just trolling. He's trolling. I kid you not, I did this when I was playing one-on-one this weekend, where you would fake the pump fake and then dip back down again to a shot. You're just trolling at that point. I knew he was trolling. But he's not even dribbling. Push cross, pull ups at left side, bucket. Let me just skip to a random game. Most replay. Let me go here. Most replayed. All right, let's start from this game. This is probably gonna be the last one. Then we're gonna peep Kyrie. This is gonna be the last one. Oh, nah, he getting busy. That's why it's the most replayed. Oh no, it was right before that. There'll be a couple times, of course, where you see him getting to where he wants to. Kyrie's a much better player than AI. Most def. Hold on. Hey, most def. But the comparison I'm making is not to say, oh, Kyrie or AI is better than Kyrie. I just want for Kyrie needs to take the approach of attacking and scoring like AI did, so he's not doing so much that's going to lead him right back into his defenders. I'm gonna talk about it more a little later, but that's the whole concept of why I'm showing y'all AI right now. I want you to understand how quick AI is going right now in comparison to how quick Kyrie is gonna go when he does score against the Celtics. Just compare that. Compare that with the next few possessions, right? Transition, of course, you're gonna keep it simple, straight to his spots, pull up, of course. Yeah, he was MVP. He was MVP, by the way. 2001. Basic. This reminds me of literally play Kyrie had last night. Dribble right, boom, little scissor step. Hezzy on that, get to that middle, float. Catch, 2 dribble pull, going to that right side bucket. You see how quick these are? This is why he scored average, what, 35? Or some shit? This is why he averaged 35. No dribble moves necessary. Just get into his buckets. Mind you, no dribble moves. Getting straight to his spots. Curl to that left side. Fade, bucket. Catch, change of direction. That's the tough bucket. That's the ones that you'll see late game, like this is probably his right here, where they throwing everything at you. And you got to find some shit to get off. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because even the time and place in this game, they don't have this. Oh, 48 left in the game. Catch, change direction behind the back, Euro, boom, float. That's when you got to tap into your bag and really use moves that does exert more energy. Not every single play, not just in the middle of the second for no reason. Triple threat shot, catch, bucket. Now, mind you, Kyrie might not have that shot right there alone, right? He might not have that because 6'2", they have a back line, they loaded up on the help, so the person that's in front of him gonna play him a little tighter, right? And so he may not have that triple threat shot over the top like that. AI did have a little more room. He did have a little more space between him and his defender, and he ain't shoot it as great of a clip as Kyrie did as well. So you're seeing the makes, but he did also do these shots with a lot of misses. I'm gonna see both sides. You know what I'm saying? I gotta mention that. So.
You know, had a problem a couple weeks back in the game we did where you got a cut there and left the game.
Caught, rip, right elbow, bucket. Let's get through a couple more plays. Catch and shoot, shot right there. Downhill, steam, stop in the middle, float. Keep it pushing. Offensive rebound, I believe. Boom, bring that right back out, midi. Pull up to the left side, 1 dribble, pull, bucket. Flare out to that corner, bucket. Easy. Catch and shoot, bucket. Adam, just rack them up.
Points, but he also
Got
had
2.
9 assists.
That's a tough bucket. We're going to probably end off on that. Then we're going to get to Kyrie right now. But pay attention.
15 feet away.
I just want to talk about this last one for a second.
Iverson again.
Them niggas about to fight. Hold on. look. Where is it? Down here. Look.
Iverson again.
About to fight. But notice. Look, going to the right, end up seeing 2, bring it back out, force you to get up. I go down, you can't stay in front. That's a tough bucket. Now just understand how simple all those attacks were, right? We didn't see probably 3 minutes or 4 minutes of just AI being AI, keeping the game simple, getting straight to his buckets. And now I want you to compare the way he got those to the way Kyrie is about to get his in this game too. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let's get to these clips. Let's get to the clips. All right. So here. We're going to start off with Kyrie's makes. Then we're going to go into his misses. So y'all could see the tendency. You could see the consistency and how all these are actually related between each other. So pay attention. Right? Got to slow all these down. Let me get some water before you get busy. Let me peek chat right quick. Let me get through some of y'all questions right quick. What do I feel when I get scared? Almost. How to find your own jump shot? Hey, all these questions about jumpers, finding your own jumpers. How should I shoot? How do I form shoot? How do I work out? How do I layer workout? School community. Once I drop it, it's gonna be in the Discord. It's probably gonna be done today or tomorrow or some shit. AI is better. We can have that discussion after this breakdown, but I just want y'all to understand how they're connected. I want y'all to understand how they're connected. AI definitely would average 40 with no 3. I mean, would he evolve his game so that he could have the 3? But let's get to Kyrie though, right? I need those plays fresh in your mind right now, right? Remember those plays? Remember no dribble moves? Watch Kyrie and how he scores in this game comparison to how AI attacks, right? And then we're going to look at his misses and see how those attacks differed from his makes and how AI plays as well. So notice here, Kyrie had Drew Holiday. I got Derek White. Now on the switch, he's taking away that middle at this point in time. But watch Derek White. Sometimes defenders cook themselves when you stay patient because he just hopped himself towards that baseline, towards that sideline, opened up that middle. Kyrie now rips attacks, gets into a pickup over the top, lay right there. No dribble move. Right? No dribble move. That's his first field goal, right? Caught it right corner, baseline out of bounds play. Derek Lively on the screen. Now watch Jason Tatum, right? Watch Jason Tatum. Boston's going to switch everything like we all know, but what does Jason Tatum do on the switch? He switches back. He don't switch up on Kyrie from this corner because he probably like, oh, he don't got too much space. I'm chilling. I got the length. I can contest. But Kyrie, you drop back. I shoot that over the top. Boom, bucket. Second field goal right there and then. Got a little hype early on because I got my first few to drop, right? Now, Jaylen Brown, not the best matchup for Kyrie. You know the size, you know the length, you know all that, right? So now, instead of keeping Jaylen Brown on me when I go in attack late quarter, give me Sam Hauser, right? Give me Sam Hauser. And watch what he does on this attack. Works himself right, reading Porzingis, he gets out, quick little hezzy, gets right there to the bucket. That's 3. No dribble moves. You have not seen him use a dribble move, right? Pay attention. Looking over the shoulder of Porzingis, he gets out the paint. Quick little twitch right there. He can't keep up with me. I'm too quick. Pick up that ball early. Give me that lay. High pickup as well. That's a tough bucket. And now this play right here. You will be so enticed by the way this play is about to go to get thrown off by how the ball is moving and the rhythm of the game and how chaotic it could get, that you may get deceived and fooled into doing so much shit. But you really don't need to, right? And so when Kyrie doesn't just have an isolation, how is he going to score in situations? PJ Washington bringing the ball up the floor, Kyrie on the floor by himself, Luca resting, right? And PJ Washington, he's not a point guard. And so initiating plays does get tough because it requires one skill that not a lot of hoopers have and it's very difficult to then gain, which is the ability to know that you're going to pass while the defense, or the ability to know that you're going to pass, how do I want to word this? Yeah, the ability to know that you're going to pass without wanting to sell that to the defense. because you know you're going to initiate a play. You're not seeking to score. A lot of hoopers at all levels have a hard time dealing with that exactly, right? Which is why you see a wing bring the ball up or a forward bring the ball up, and it's so easy to predict that they're going to pass the ball. And it does get chaotic like this, right? And so just with all this transpiring, Kyrie has to save the ball, almost turns the ball over, right? We're really fighting for every possession right now. Kyrie, handoff right here with Kleber. Gets to his left side, Derek White, boom, hedge over Kristaps, and now this is a completely different attack. Because even though Derek White is still on me, I ain't get a switch. He's not set right in front of me. He's not standing there able to hone in on all the moves I'm about to do. So what Kyrie is able to now do is get to the lane and able to get to the rim, high pickup, that's tough. Cock that back behind the head, tough bucket, right? Fourth time, he ain't really used a dribble move. Maybe the change of direction to the other side of the screen or some shit. 4 buckets, no dribble moves. And now I got Jrue Holiday, late third quarter. Pay attention, because that right there is what allowed all that to work. All he needed then is not a dribble move, but it's simply a change of pace and a change of levels. That's all he needed. Instead of utilizing the tween cross, allow him to find your rhythm when you attack, going from relaxed and then getting quick is really the most deceptive attack, because he has no base here, looking over his shoulder, drop, boom, swipe with the off arm, get my angle, boom, I attack, I get to the free throw line. Another opportunity right there. That's the 5th time, right? These are all the times he scored that I've shown you as well. All the times he scored. Now we moving down to the 4th quarter. Moving on to the 4th quarter. Derek White on him this time. One dribble move right there. Drop off to Daniel Gafford. Oh, that's a dime. But just still pay attention. Everything is simple. Everything is purposeful, right? So just like we had seen with AI, when AI used a dribble move, it was purposeful, right? There is a reason he did so. Kyrie goes left. Tatum on the switch, or you're seeing if Tatum going to switch. He doesn't. Hard dribble left, bring that back to his right side. Gafford clears out. I attack right. Get here, pulling Tatum as help. Drop off to Gafford. Boom, right there. He gets that dime. No bucket, but created a bucket, right? So now keep it going. This time in transition. Like we've seen many times with AI. How is he attacking transition? No, not trying to play. Not trying to use a whole bunch of extra moves. I'm just going to see who's going against me. They're backpedaling. I attack it with my speed. Kyrie with this crafty finishing, veer straight to that left hand. Again, no dribble moves for his buckets. No dribble moves, right? All the buckets you see Kyrie getting resembles that of Allen Iverson. But I want you to remember all of these and compare it to the ones that he is missing, because those are the majority. Those are the majority of the buckets that he's missing. Now you got Derek White calling out on that screen right here. Boom, let's make that switch. Regardless, you can't hide KP. And now even once I get to Kristaps Porzingis, right, notice what I do. Toss that ball out quick, speed lay, right, underhand. Give me that bucket. No dribble move. No dribble moves. No dribble moves needed for Kyrie to get his buckets throughout this entire course of the game. But now this is where it shifts. This is where the game shifts. From where Kyrie was, or not really where it shifts, but this is how it differs, right? So you've seen Kyrie get all his buckets thus far throughout this game, create shots throughout this game off of not needing to use dribble moves, right? He just got straight to his spots, ripped through, boom, got there. All right, boom, toss that ball out, boom, got there. No dribble moves needed. He was just getting his buckets. Quick, easy, utilizing his speed against players who really aren't as quick as him. But if he tries to be shifty, they can stick with him, right? So now notice the shots that he's going to miss. Watch the shots he misses, right? And the first play right here, what I want to talk about are on these ball screens, right? Pay attention to the spacing of Kyrie and Derrick Jones Jr. When Kyrie goes left, look at all that room between Kyrie and Derrick Jones. With a defender like Jrue Holiday, you can't leave all that room. The screener's going to have to get up a little higher. You're going to have to set up that a little better as a ball handler. And so Jrue Holiday blows up that first one, right? Now, notice what ends up happening again. You call for that screen because you know Horford don't really want to switch this. Watch the spacing, right? Watch the spacing. When Kyrie goes, way too much room for Jrue Holiday on a ball screen. He's going to blow it up every time. You're not going to be able to get any good angles. So now you get here. Drew Holiday's able to get in front. Al Horford there, you got no space. Damn near turned the ball over. Luckily, you get it right back. But right there, an attack that did not go your way at all. Bad screening angles. But this right here, this habit that Kyrie has is what caused him to get locked up by Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and even a lot of the defenders on the Boston Celtics. He turns his back to Derek White. He now gets a switch with Jaylen Brown. You seek this right here for a second. He clears out. All right, now I'm going to go, right? Let me read this weak side. Let me see how it's stacking up. And now I'm just going to get into my go. But watch what he does after his first move, right? Watch what he does. Hard go to that left. He stops, change of direction. He's a little held up at the hip. And then he gets to the mid-range and he decides to turn his back. That's the wrong thing to do in that situation. Because when you go against a Jaylen Brown, a Jason Tatum, particularly those two guys, or even Drew Holiday or Derek White, what Brown and Tatum really allow them to do is once you get closer to their body, it allows them to then use their length that they have to then reach the ball or just to disrupt your rhythm as a whole. So now when he turns his back to Jaylen Brown, he's able to now get here, pokes it around from the side. Kyrie gets it. Boom, he gets called for the travel right there. That was first quarter attacking Jaylen Brown, right? Turnover on that first go. So that first move leading to a stop and then a change of direction when he turns his back. Turnover. He's got Drew Holiday. Turns his back, gets into the post, tells PJ Washington cross screen for Luca, see if we can get that switch of Derek White. Could we get anything here? Nope, we don't got it. So Kyrie, take matter into my own hands. So now Drew Holiday, I face him up, I attack, I turn my back off that change of direction, and now what ends up occurring? I don't know where I really want to go. They're great at guarding the post. They have the size. I can't really create that much space. I give it up to Luca, and now practically at this point, we're panicking. 6 seconds on the clock. Luca spin up high, pick up, throw that up. They get a stop. 0 for 2. One move, go, stop, change, turns the back. Great defense by a defender. He kicks it out. They don't get anything. 0 for 2 right there, right? And now this time here, pay attention. Even in transition, we getting down. I get off of Drew Holiday. I get Jason Tatum. Watch what he does. Watch what he does. Continuation. Off that first move, I got nothing. I stop. I turn my back. Poke around from that backside because Tatum, Brown, when you decide to turn your back off that stop because they're able to stay in front because they have the speed, they now poke around from behind. They utilize their length. You're in closer quarters and now disrupts your whole rhythm and probably is going to lead you to a turnover. So when it comes down to a playoff game, you're like, all right, that was just 2-3 possessions. That's 2-3 possessions that if you capitalized on, you lost by 7, right? Not saying they will score on them, but you lost by 7. So if you're able to avoid that going into the next game, clean up all the other sloppy stuff going on, the missed free throws, giving up the 40-footers at the end of quarters, finishing out all quarters strong, that could shift the tide of the game and the series as a whole if you just sharpen up and attack more strategically, right? But now I want y'all to notice this next part. How Kyrie is missing the rest of his shots. Because it's not just these 3 plays, right? It's not just those 3 plays. Watch the rest of these shots that he's going to take. For the rest of this game, I really want y'all to pay attention to how he's going to miss these shots. I got Peyton Pritchard. And 2, most importantly, I forgot to even say this. I'm bugging. How many moves he's going to use before he attacks. You seen him get all those buckets, right? When he was just go. No dribble move. Go. Right? Pace. Drop my level. Go. When he got all his buckets, watch what he does now, right? We know Kyrie has a handle. He could do any move that you even put to your mind, but just pay attention to what's going to happen now as a result. He's got Pritchard. They now getting spaced out. He's waiting. Tween, cross, tween. Way more dribble moves than he used even for one possession. Drop, spin, fade on that baseline. Pritchard still in front. He missed short. I want y'all to see that again, right? I want y'all to see that again. He shoots this fade with all those moves. He misses short. First time. Let's keep racking them up. Next possession. Let's go full speed on some of these. He's got Jason Tatum. In and out. Cross. Tween. Cross. Stop. Pull up. Short. On that possession alone, once again, you still racking up the dribble moves. Now, Kyrie, this will work for a lot of players you go against. A lot. It'll work for a lot of teams. But for the Celtics, this is where you gotta put that shit in the compartment of your bag where it can no longer be seen. So you could do what you need to stay efficient, right? And so now even here, you get to stop length from Tatum, hand from Brown. Don't want to kick that to Derrick Jones Jr. He don't shoot that quick. And now you end up missing that one short after a whole bunch of dribble moves again, second time, right? Now we end up coming down this left side. This play is going to be a little different, right? Because you got Derrick White. Those post-ups he had before, Tatum, Brown, Drew Holiday. And he ended up turning the ball over or they got a bad shot. But this shot right here from Kyrie, very simple, quick, inefficient. And notice where he misses this one. Misses this one, left rim. Ain't missing the short. Appreciate that sub, Gio. Appreciate that sub. But he ain't missed the short, missed it left rim. So different type of miss, less moves needed, great look created. Because even on that separation, off that bump, got all that room. Great look from Kai. Great look from Kai. But then he just ends up missing that one. That's a great look. So now, continuously watch the rest of these other misses, right? Continue to watch the rest of these. Got Jason Tatum on another isolation, top of the key. How many moves he gonna use? How many size up moves he gonna use? Boom, walking him down. Boom, hezzy, cross, step back, shot, and I miss short. Third miss. Third miss short after a series of moves needed to then get to his shot. But now, even off offensive rebound, notice how he's going to get this bucket, though, in comparison to all those other ones, right? He just finds himself right here. One dribble, gets his space a little back, and he knocks that one down. And he did way less prior to getting the shot off in itself, in comparison to the ones where he used 5 dribble moves, 4 dribble moves, right? Like I said, he's got to keep the dribble moves in a compartment of the bag that it can no longer be seen for the series. So now, pay attention, even with the Kristaps switch, right? He got Kristaps. Bigger, like slower feet. All right, maybe you could get by those and then get to the rim maybe. You know what I'm saying? Do something like that. But notice what happens now. Kristaps utilizing his length. Cross right there. Tween. Hezzy, drop, cross, step back. That's a tough move. A lot of y'all admire those moves. Those are the ones that we see in highlights and it's like, yo, that's tough. I want to be able to do that. But notice how this turns out once again. Short. Now, why do I think he continues to miss all these shots short? Let me tell y'all in a second. Y'all just need to see all of them. I need y'all to see all the misses that's transpired in this game so y'all really understand, right? He now goes to this right side off this screen, ends up getting right back into Derrick White, spins, boom, float with the left, short. Oh, man, another short shot. Even with the float, don't matter. Pay attention. This is still going on. Kyrie gets this middle of the floor, Derrick White, right? Actually, this one's going to change slightly. Now, we watched the AI. We watched his clips. We watched his highlights. We've seen how he gets busy. We've seen how he gets his buckets. But now, when it comes to Kyrie and him getting his, notice how this move and the one that AI will do are very similar. Rip left, step back, shot. Where is he going to miss this shot? I can tell you one thing. It's not going to be short. That's back rim. Not a bad miss at all. And as a matter of fact, if we really do look at this miss in itself, right, and look at it exactly where this hits on the rim and compares to the other one that he had from the post and where that one hit on the rim, this one, left back rim, right? Left back rim. Other one he had in the post, left rim. 2 lefts, a lot of shorts, and another ones you make when you keep shit simple. So it could be something that as to which Kyrie, you may just make a slight little adjustment in your preparation in the form, the mechanics. I'll get that off that left side of the rim, and now that can get a little more right, and it goes in, right? So I'm not sure exactly what it could be. He probably has all the little notes in his brain about his jump shot and little things I adjust when the ball goes here, the ball goes there. But that may just be Kyrie for himself. That's something he gotta reflect on. But just a commonality. Just had to point it out. Just thought about it right now. But now notice this shot right here. Pretty sure this is the last shot as well, right? Now you got Drew Holiday, 3:54 left in the game. Off this screen, he chased over, blows it up. Bad spacing on that once again, right? You leave too much space for Drew Holiday. So now he gets right back into the play. Tween, back. Has he pull up? Where does that shot end up going? Short. Goes off the back rim. But, like I said, though, like all those shots before, short. Misses another one short. Now, the reason I think he's missing all these short when he adds more moves is just he's using more energy to then be able to, before he gets into a shot, so now he has less legs to be able to use on that shot, right? And also, we haven't seen him take no off the dribble shot where he practically took no dribble moves at all, and see how that looked like in itself. But that could also be a good indicator, and if I had to guess of where that would go, probably be left rim, like we see in all those other 2 misses, right? And so for Kyrie and his attack going forward in the series, if he makes the adjustment of saying, all right, I'm going to take more of the Allen Iverson approach. I'm going to get straight to my spots. I'm not going to use dribble moves unless I need to. And then also I'm going to make sure that when I do change direction against most of these defenders, I'm not going to change direction and turn my back and then try to play out the post against them, because they're great guarding the post. And I just don't have the size for that, right? So if we see going forward, game 5 or game 3, game 4, and then even if there's more games beyond that, if they want to be able to stick in this series, Kyrie's got to simplify shit. He's got to condense shit. He's got to say, all right, all these dribble moves, I'm not going to use it unless I need to. I'm just going to go. And if I don't want an isolation, I'm going to get into a pick and roll or some sort of handoff to where I could be able to manipulate the angle of the person who's primarily guarding me, so then I could be able to get downhill. I could get to mid-range. I could be able to get to my spot without having to do these sides of to shift the defender's angle, right? It's making everything easier for him if he decides to use a pick and roll, use a handoff, or he just uses less dribble moves as a whole. So game 3, I'm really anticipating how Kyrie going to look like. I'm anticipating adjustments he's going to make. Hopefully he stops turning his back. Hopefully he stops using so many dribble moves before he attacks. He gets straight to his spots, and they do a better job as a team of putting him in spots to where he could just go and not have to sit here and read the help and utilize the dribble moves to manipulate angles, right? Also want to see him leverage that pick and roll more, leverage a handoff more, leverage those situations, leverage transition more to where defenders also are not set. And if he just keeps the game that simple, thinks like AI, I'm on go, I'm getting my shots off, I think this series is going to be knotted up 2-2, and we're going to be coming back to Boston. And then that game in Boston, with the same approach, you clean up those slip-ups, it still could be Mavs in 6. But I think it will be Mavs in 7. So we're going to see what happens. But let me know what y'all think of that, man. We just had to hit a little flow right quick. That's all I got on Kyrie. But I got some more clips I want to get to. I'm going to get to in a second. I got about 2 minutes of clips. Or no, 1 minute of clips. It's about Luca Donic. Luca Donic. I got 2 series on Luca Donic, and I also got some shit on Jaylen Brown. Now we about to peep in a second. So if y'all think this series is over, it might be if one thing does happen, though. If Jason Tatum decides to show up on the road and become a superstar. Because I even said this before. Playing on the road is where you end up seeing where superstars got to be superstars, and role players aren't going to be the ones that are going to take you over the top. Someone's going to have to take over. So it could be Tatum or it could be Brown. If Jaylen Brown's the one that says, all right, I got to go off 35 right quick. You know what I'm saying? Role players not hitting their shots. I got to go off. One of those 2 dudes are going to have to take that. And whoever does will probably get finals MVP. Well, whoever does probably gets finals MVP as well. We're not done. I got a minute left. I got a couple series sequences on Luca Doncic in this game that he was getting busy, and I was like, I gotta show these. If I make it to the league, I'm gonna watch our breakdown on me so I can lock in the next game. No cap. They call him poor, so that's another reason to keep it simple. You save energy. And you're not gonna be missing those shots short like Kyrie was doing. Watch you during a weight room so I get back to work and keep watching. I mean, you probably Doki could do both. And by the way, make sure all y'all subscribe, like, notifications turned on, because we about to really get busy, especially in the summer. Once this finals is done, I'm about to go rewatch a lot of shit and uncover a lot of gems. They shot terribly from 3, and Tatum had a bad game and still won. The only way that this series is over, like I said, is if Tatum or Brown show up on the road and they say, all right, let me take over. Let me stop playing these games. Let me stop fucking around, fooling around. Right? If that happens, the series might be done. The series might be done. But let's finish these clips out right quick. That's disrespectful. JT, a great third option for real. Olympic basketball film analysis? Indeed, we're going to get the film analysis for Olympics. Indeed, we're going to watch that. And that's a great thing, too, because last summer we even had, or there was, but they look to be fucking around, just fucking copyright shit on that. But fuck it, I'm still going to watch it. Mavs defense piss you off? They don't got, the thing is, it's like the people you be seeing getting blown by, it'd be like Luca that gets blown by, honestly. Like Luca gets broken middle so many times. Like someone would, like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum don't matter. Like they would break middle on him so much, they would just shift them middle, and now you cooked. So yeah, let me see if there's anything else. What do you think? Oh, Daniel, I don't know if Daniel, you still in here. You said, what do I think about a bench press? A good workout for hoopers to develop upper body strength. I would say you got to do it at a minimal effective dose. But I'm also need to tell you all this. I need to do more research on upper body training. I need to do the same level of research I did on lower body training as I do for upper body training, for basketball specifically. Because I know how to train upper body, but for basketball specifically, I need to get my IQ to that level that I know for like my lower body and legs and training and all that shit. So as I uncover more and more, I'm gonna tell y'all more. But what I can say about that now, bench press could be a good way to build general strength, like a good foundation of strength, like in your chest. But like to be able to try and go 1 rep max on a bench press while you hooping or being a hooper, probably not the smartest thing to do. Not the smartest thing to do. When's your next stream gonna be? Thursday. I'm gonna stream Thursday. I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm gonna stream Thursday because the next game for the finals is on Wednesday. So I'm gonna be streaming on Thursday. I'm gonna be streaming on Thursday. Make sure y'all join the Discord as well. Is YouTube my job? I mean, I'll say content creation and coaching is my job, if any, I guess. Sound is low. It's been low this whole time. My shit is practically turned up. You may just have to turn yours up. I could turn my microphone up here. I turn my microphone up here up a little louder, so let me know if that helped at all. How do you do all your research? Where do you get all of these things you know? Learning, studying, spending time, learning the game, learning from other people, playing the game, watching the game, thinking for myself. It's really a process of growth and learning that we all have access to, but people don't really tap into it because they don't question a lot of things and they don't think enough things. So I'll say that. Celtics are hunting Luca. What Timberwolves should have did. Exactly. They should have hunted Luca one, or they did, but Minnesota, I don't think they don't have the same spacing as to which Boston has. Right? Boston has a 5 out. Minnesota had a 4 out, 1 in. Most of the time, unless you had Nas Reed and Cat there, but even sometimes they'll still play 4 out, 1 in, where you have one person at that dunker at all times. So if it was Rudy, they could help off Rudy and just leave the ball to Rudy and try to make him beat him, and that's where they got fucked up. But at least defensively. So like they're able to kind of patch that up and hide Luca almost and make it seem like he was playing a lot better defense than he was. And so same thing with the Clippers where they had Mason Plumlee or Zubac. They're like, all right, you gonna beat us, Plumlee or Zubac, and they could leave and go help. So Luca had a lot of help. This series he don't got help. He on the island really. That's it. How you making up money? Sponsors. My message. Where is it at? Let me get to that in a second. But I don't really do crazy sponsors. Mainly like ads and shit like that. But yeah, if y'all want to support, make sure y'all go ahead and join that school community once that shit drop, because that shit about to be a lot of gems in there. This offseason I want to work on shooting and handling the most, but what I'm supposed to do with finishing. Just not work on, or should I have a majority of my trade into handling and shooting? Wait, so shooting and handling the most. You want to work on shooting and handling the most, but what I'm supposed to do with finishing. So if whatever you do, so whatever you need to focus on and get better at, do exactly that. Long story short. But I want to get to these sequences right here with Luca, because these are tough. right? Maybe this may clear up some questions y'all have yourselves in a second. But these are going to be full speed, by the way. But this is how you use counter moves, right? Watch Luca. When he got Jason Tatum right here, he's going to get to his right side. He's going to skip. And remember this skip. Because this time I got Kyrie on this right side, Derek White, strong side corner. He's not going to help. And with the same side dunker, Drew Holiday, he's going to be hesitant to help, and he can't protect the rim. So I go by, I get right here around that block and get to that float, right? Give me that bucket, first play, right? Next time down, I end up getting Jason Tatum again. Now, what do I get into? I get into the same skip once again. But notice who's in this right corner. I got Josh Green, Derek White still guarding strong side corner, Lively clearing out to the opposite dunker. And so now what does Luca recognize with Jason Tatum? As I go right, he now ends up moving his momentum to his left and my right. And so now I cross, boom, to that top foot. I attack, get space to this middle. And I cut back because Drew Holiday, he reaches, I get a foul. Now that's the second time I'm effective off that skip. Watch the third play, right? Jason Tatum once again, right? And not only is Luca going to get here and get back into this lunge, into this little split stance once again, watch what Jason Tatum now does, remembering the time he got crossed over to that middle. Watch. He hops out and takes away that middle. And now with Derrick Jones Jr. even on his right side here as well, I continue this attack. Kristaps Porzingis not clearing out with Kleba sitting here at this block. I see him stay, and I get into this spin back into the shot off one. Boom. Give me that bucket. He be playing in layers. This shit really crazy. When you see plays compiled, it's like these dudes really like get into a spot, and all the moves as twitch they make, they're not sitting here making the move premeditated. And it's like, oh, I choose to use this move. They're reading the defense, and they're now getting to that same size up and then making the proper read. And so the most important thing, right? The most important thing y'all need to understand about size ups and playing with moves and utilizing counters is that it's about getting to a spot where you can do multiple things out of that same spot. So whether that's you getting to that same split like you've seen Luca, being able to blow by and get to the rim, being able to go and take two dribbles and get into a pull up, being able to get into a cross, or whatever movement, whatever moves you like to use according to your body and your feel, being able to do multiple things at multiple levels off that same thing is going to be the key if you want to be able to utilize counter moves. And so that's why the Kobe, right? Kobe, Jordan, Hakeem, all those great post players, right? When they got that back split, when they got to that little split stance and they start shimmying, it's like, oh shit, I just got to guess, right? And it's like, oh shit, I might be cooked because he can go right shoulder, go left shoulder. He can go right shoulder, pump fake, spin back. He can go left shoulder, pump fake, spin back. He can go boom, pump, you know what I'm saying? Pump fake again and go to a hook. Like there's so many things you could do from that one spot that it was a guessing game, and that's what it made it tough for them to be guarded. Their counter moves and just doing the same shit out the same spot. So, and now I got another sequence with Luca right after this as well. I'm pretty sure this one is just off a regular play. This one's just a regular play. Mavs in 6, Clippers in 28. Ridiculous. I don't even know if the Clippers gonna reach it's not looking too good for the Clippers. Reach a Western Conference Finals anytime soon. But I pray for the best because they do got rust in them if they stay. But I don't know, bro. It's not looking too great. But notice this. This is how you layer your coach's plays. Watch Luca Doncic. You got PJ Washington coming down. He's going to set a pin down for Luca. Luca's going to get up to his free throw line. Catch. First thing he does, look over his shoulder. I got Pritchard. He's small. And so now what I do, utilize my size. They play single coverage. Boom, fade, get into my bucket. First play. Now, second time down. Jaylen Brown instead decides to top guard. He leaves a gap so that Luca can't get to his free throw line when PJ Washington sets the screen. So what Luca Doncic does instead, Kyrie gets his pass. As soon as he gets it, I now decide to flare out to this corner. He runs into Washington, hits Exum. I got an open corner three. Boom. Countered the play within the play. That's the second play. Now this third time, Jaylen Brown decides to body up. Right? I learned my lesson the first 2 times. I body up this time. Don't want Pritchard to get onto Luca. I stay close, but he gets a separation. And that separation now causes Jaylen Brown to play off a closeout. And now Luca has everything he needs because he's not set as a defender. Boom, little bit of space, pump fake, fade off one, bucket once again. Playing plays in layers. That's how greats play the game over and over. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you'll see oftentimes as well that players or teams will just juice a play until there's nothing left out of it. Really, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same concept, right? You just continue to juice the same play, but then you just make the new read in terms of how they're guarding it. And you know all the ins and outs, all the loops, all the ways to counter different coverages. Like they playing top side. If I got no weak side defender, I could boom, get up, throw a lob pass, or you like Luca did, flare that out. So much shit you can do. It's endless. It's just about your ability to recognize the coverages and see the gaps that are left. So now I want to talk about this one play from Jaylen Brown, because this does put a lot of insight on your ability to attack in isolation situations. So if you want to be efficient in isolations, this is what you got to read. Look at Luca Donic. He decides to step over to this nail when Jaylen Brown gets his ISO. But now the second he steps out, Jaylen Brown decides to rip so that he could get into the paint because they don't help strong side corners, especially with Tatum there. And now even once I get down here to this block, I'm not gonna go up with Luca even though I'm more athletic. I'm gonna get here, get to a stop, pump fake, because he has to step all the way over from the other block, and he's anticipating my drive and my finish, and then I'm gonna go after he comes down. Easy buckets. And that's an easy breakdown right there. We better slide out. So looks like Madden roots. I ain't gonna lie, that shit tough. That shit was tough. All these different counters, all these different layers, all these different plays, all that shit is tough. But yeah, we about to slide out though. Next stream is going to be on Thursday. Next stream is going to be on Thursday after game 3. We're going to see what the Dallas Mavericks do while they play at home. Hopefully they do bounce back. Hopefully they do what they need to do while playing at home. And the only way they lose, like I said, is if Tatum or Brown decides to say, let me take this shit over. This is my game. This is my series. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all turn on your notifications so you know when we streaming. And also make sure you join the Discord, because the school community about to drop, where I'm dropping a whole lot of gems about all the questions that y'all be asking me, and with workouts and with implementation, with action steps and action plans. So make sure y'all stay on the lookout for that. So make sure that y'all sacrifice your present self and invest into your future self, and do everything you need to do to get to where you're here to be. So discipline or regret, you choose.